Hi, guys. All right, I think I'm live. Okay, now I need to turn my little chat box on. There we go. Okay, set. How do you like the backdrop here? The sun is. Oh, wait, I'm backwards or mirrored or whatever, so this is weird. The sun's setting there, which is actually here to me, so okay, whatever. Uh, And yeah, I didn't know what to title this live stream because they're usually vlogs, video logs, but this is a live stream video log. So I was like, LVLOG? I don't know. So that's where that came from, anyways. Yeah, so this is not a green screen behind me. I had to bring my Chromebook out here because I have a live stream app that's run on a web browser. So I'm on the front porch. I don't know if we can see here. There's I just don't want people to think I'm like in a studio or something. Or that like my channel has any fakeness at all, because it does not. It's been like an up close and personal play by play day in and day out of my life. And if someone were to go back to my first video and watch them all in sequence up until now, yeah, there would be absolutely no reason why I would want to share any of myself like that to the general worldwide public on, a worldwide platform or anything. No humiliation or degradation. No, none of that. But with good reason, now I'm coming to find out it was not all for nothing. So, I don't really know. I have a couple of things I wanted to talk about on this live stream, um, having to do with the supernatural. And I was just talking to my roommate before I came out here about, just from a scientific standpoint, studying and learning about and knowing about realms and dimensions and planes and linear time and string theories and physics and metaphysics and quantum physics, and grouping it all together from every doctrine or school of thought or belief system. Seeing the bigger picture for kind of how, well, the cosmogenesis of life, cosmology and cosmogony. But trying to relay that, communicate that, explain that, define that, interpret that, has been most difficult for me verbally expressing these things. And I've had a very, very difficult time communicating verbally some of the higher knowledge or topics that require a more open mind or a broader expanse of an imagination, an ability to contemplate as well as interpret literally, metaphorically, realistically, figuratively. So I do that naturally. That is how my brain works, and that's why it's difficult uh, to take the thoughts that are in my mind and translate them into anything understandable unless someone else is also like me, using, like, firing on all fronts like that, if that makes sense. Uh, so, like, it's like if even one of those factors is missing, then it's just like she's crazy. Like, maybe a little bit. That's what I always say. What's wrong with that, right? It's better than being insane, although I've been called that too. Pardon my giddiness. I'm exhausted today. My body is. I worked out really, really hard yesterday, so my body is like, oh, oh. Every joint, muscle's like, ouch, ache. So I just did a little bit of, like, floor work yoga today, and stretching and things like that. It was nice. I did it out here on the porch because the weather was beautiful today. So I was out in the sun, the breeze was blowing, and it's a semi-private corner of the house. So I'm just not the chick that's too fond of being in yoga gear and doing yoga poses where there's a bunch of dudes around. So it's like, uh, I do have self-respect. Um, Plus, some of the things that I incorporate into my yoga is like um, ecstatic dance, or I like to call it trance dance, um, where it is a form of hypnotherapy slash trance meditation. Um, I like to also call it hypnotica. Um, it's surreal, and I enjoy it because that is what grounds and balances me, especially being a Pisces moon. You know, that's ruled by Neptune. And then I got, as my rising sign, a Cancer, who's ruled by the moon. And my chart, the moon is a detriment. So if anybody's clusterfuck of my life here, also being a Capricorn earth sign as my sun sign, which is good. That's my saving grace, is actually scapegoat gone hybrid sea goat, because my Capricorn aspect ended up being my saving grace, not my damning lower shadow quality. So, thank you, horns and tail. No, Capricorn's very grounded already. Being an earth sign, earth obviously incorporates all of the elements: earth, air, fire, water, spirit, or ether, or plasma, whatever floats your boat there. Sorry for the wiggling. I'm trying to balance my Chromebook on my lap. Good thing I got the smaller one. I don't dare put it on the railing right here. With my luck, a wind will blow and it will be on the ground, smashed. So we're not going to do that. Although I would like to, because I don't like staring down at my screen, especially with my ugly double chin. I'm a fucking weirdo. Part of my cursing. I'm trying to work on that too. I'm trying to work on not using the F-bomb as much as I do in everyday regular conversation without being angry. Oh, you know, I made them. Next on his woodpile or was it? And here I don't really back there. Yeah, so like privacy reasons. My mirrored screen. That's so annoying. Um, use the property for their business, so it's all their materials and everything. And then here, where I live, is my roommate, and then there are 3 people who rent these. My roommate and I have the downstairs. Well, there's 3 bedrooms on both floors, but um, and the house is 2 stories. There's a lot of woods around in the yard, and we're on an unpaved dirt road. So it's kind of everybody's house. There's one, two, three, four, I think 4 people that live on my street. On my street, on this street. Um, so yeah, not a lot of people, but uh, it's quiet in that respect that I don't have like traffic going by constantly and like people everywhere. However, in my environment, living quarters and all that, yes, it is. There's a lot. So, oh, hi, B. I was just talking about random stuff so far. I figured I'd give it a few. Um, but I wanted to touch on some snack. I'm super exhausted today. I was saying my body hurts. It's sore. I did a super big workout yesterday and a good one, and also got positive feedback. I haven't seen the female roommate that lives upstairs in a couple of weeks. And she came up to me yesterday and she said, "Are you losing weight?" And I looked at her and I said, "Yes, I am." And she's like, "Oh," and she gave me a hug. So that was like confirmation right there that it's starting to, at least. Thank you. Finally. I hate those. I hate those Depakote, a bit poison, big farm, black magic. Go. He would say, "Bless it all." Oh, bless it. Bless, bless the medical industry that it becomes the healing practice it was intended to be. Naturopathic, holistic, Ayurvedic healing. Men. Oh, transform this corrupt, evil, poisonous medical industry. Transformed and muted. Mm. Hmm. Oh, yes. The flower blooming, the bees are smiling. Oh, people are beginning to learn how to love each other. Kissing, laughter, and or well, that's never happened. And geez, I had a 2 hour live stream a couple times now, and it never blinked off one time. So that was strange. And my chat went out. Oh well, this supernatural energy lately, I gotta tell you, yes, bless the connection. I bless it all. Oh, I bless its manifestation because without it being exposed, it cannot be resolved. So I bless it all, definitely. Yeah, so metaphysical, aka paranormal, aka supernatural, all means the same thing. And that is what we are in. Earth is in the fourth dimension, in the fabric of space and time. And the fourth dimension is the spiritual, supernatural, unseen, metaphysical. And when we start talking that truth, baby, we bless the truth too. And here we go. with that being said, wow. Um, somebody no likey me to talk about this stuff, but I say tough titty, said the kitty. There we go. And so yeah, this is why a lot of people are talking about people going crazy or acting insane, or people are just going to start, being crazy and blah blah blah. Well, because on this plane of existence there's easier travel and communication between non-physical entities, which aren't dense like physical matter like we are as human beings. It's more see-through, translucent. But yet, being that this is their world, they would be physically present in their world, just as we humans are physically present in our world. If that makes any kind of sense at all, I hope so. So, let's say there's like an 80-year-old granny. She's walking down her street at 8 o'clock at night. It's dark out. And she's almost to her house, and she's carrying a bag of groceries and walking with a cane. And all of a sudden, this spirit manifests in physical form, like poof, right in front of her face. Like, what is she going to do? Seriously. Think about that. It's kind of a scary thought, but for some of us, not only have we have seen and heard these things our entire lives, perceived them, sensed them, known they were there in one way, shape, form, or fashion. So for people like me, it would not shock me to that point of shock value as maybe a granny like that, where she might just have a coronary and keel over on the spot. I'd be like, like, because it would catch me off guard. Like if somebody's hiding around the corner and they sneak out at you, like that scares you, you're like, but that's all it would be for me. And then I'd be like, who are you? Or something like, what the, why'd you have to do that? I wouldn't necessarily be like terrified or put off or anything. So that's just me. And I know some other people that are the same way. So that's going to be happening, is happening, has been happening, and it's going to pick up like big time. So if anybody has been sensing, like my son, he's a Cancer, so he's used to feeling like he's got all eyes on him all the time, because pretty much he does, but feeling like somebody's always looking at you, and you're like, God, I sense like somebody's right over my shoulder. Well, like, I don't want to say that to scare anybody, but there's a lot more surrounding the average person than one would believe or perceive based on physical sensations like eyesight and hearing and things like that. If they used more of the sixth or higher senses, they would know, but using the five, no one would even perceive what's truly around them at all times. When I first learned that, it really like freaked me out, kind of creeped me out. maybe scared me a little bit. I was like, that's creepy, like voyeurism or something, you know? Then that fear turned to anger because it pissed me off that I could be like looked at or watched going to the bathroom or like intimate moments. And I was like, that really pissed me off. So I got angry about it for a while. Then I just learned to accept it for what it is. And it's now down to annoyance. So, that's, yeah, one thing I've been learning how to integrate and accept and release and allow and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, that was one. And I'm going to share my story of what happened to me in 2018 that was extraterrestrial. That would be another one that would fit in with the paranormal, supernatural, metaphysical, because extraterrestrial simply means otherworldly. Another, coming from another plane of existence. So let's say Martians from Mars would be extraterrestrials, foreign aliens. That's how that phrase got used here in this world, on this planet. Foreign aliens from other countries. Well, because in space, it's other worlds, other planets, other planes. And B, I got, well, mine do, I will say. Mine have the ability, not that they do, but they have the ability. It's not seen the way it is here, though. Like, you know, oh, they're naked or any, like, it's not even an issue, is pretty much how that goes. But, oh, thunder. This is why I brought my Chromebook out here, because it's the device that has the live stream app on it. And I wanted to see the weather. The weather app said a storm was coming, and it did look like it when I came out. I looked at the sky. It looked pretty dark, and then got some drizzle. And I was like, okay, if we have another storm, anything near like it was last night, oh my God. Yes, yesterday's storm was so super powerful with lightning and thunder that me coming from Florida, Clearwater, Tampa, which Tampa is the lightning capital, I've been around some major storms in my day. And this one here, way up north in Pennsylvania, so powerfully electrical. Oh, I mean, I felt the static electricity running through my body like, oh my God. And it was so loud, it literally felt like the lightning bolt cracked the ceiling, like the roof right over my room. So getting to elements, physical elements and non-physical elements. My friend Lisa, her channel is Blue Flame Integration. She's awesome. Tarot reader, seer. She's one of us. She called this even, she did a live stream a little while ago and was talking about element benders. And so I popped into that live stream because prior to that, another person who's on the same wavelength, in the same circles, same crew, general group is the Peace Dealer. His name is Mike. He did a live stream doing a natal chart reading. Oh, excuse me. Earlier this afternoon, and was talking about supernatural things and same theme. Now, last night, I got during my live stream that I really needed to talk about my experience because I have not talked about it. And I was so super nervous. So I was like, okay, there's sync 1 and sync 2 to like, you need to talk about, especially now with the whole 4D, fourth dimension, all that. Okay, so I will. And I'm going to, and it's fine. Because that's another thing I learned how to finally release, which helped me heal in such a profound way that I never thought healing would come this quickly to me as it has this last month. Because of the things I was allowing myself to accept and release and allow and deny, as far as healthy boundaries, saying no, loving myself, and forgiving myself. That's the key that finally unlocked the door in the loving myself, opening door to new life mystery, was forgiving myself. Duh. So, when I was finally able to release these stagnant old things that were just taking up space within me, new things came rushing right in. And with that was so much enlightenment and confirmation and answers as to questions and things I had been seeking and begging answers for so long, that I was like, hallelujah. I had that moment, or a series of random moments like that just had me in tears, had me in disbelief, had me like in awe, speechless. It would be like finally someone praying their whole life and then finally hearing God speak back to them. Or an orphan child growing up without parents all their lives until they're beyond middle age and then finding their parents after all that time. Something like those type of, it was a moments like that. And I just, lightning. So I'm going to sit this way so you guys can see. And get the sky behind me here. Okay. There's the thunder from it. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 2018. And in 2018, I had an experience, a supernatural, paranormal experience that took 2.5 years for me to go back and seek and try to remember and recall what happened to me, because I lost time in this experience, 3 hours to be exact. And I never knew what happened in that 3-hour window. And I wanted to know. So, I've searched for that on top of everything else. What happened to me in 2018, because a series of events happened to me in 2018 that were not usual. They were very unusual. And they were not ordinary either. They were very extraordinary. And I've held them in, not held them in, I've shared my the 3 seizures that I had in the week's time, in the death experience or crossing experience that I had with that. I've shared. Um, okay. Well, technology advice, whichever one of you here, I think you're just a glutton for blessings. You just want me to keep blessing you. So, also, what happened to me in September, July was my. No, I'm sorry, pardon me. August, this happened to me. September was my awakening activation. In August, so it went July, August, September, 3 consecutive months. Seizures. I do in my heart of heart, every believe work by an outside force, some form of interference, whether that was an EMP or a signal or whatever, causing my brain waves to go. That's in my belief and feeling what happened to me 3 times in 1 week, witnessed by 2 people. Oh, of course, I move my chair, and then once you know, the lightning strikes right behind exactly where I was sitting before. So we're going to move back over here. Okay. Ooh, listen. Okay, so I love thunder and lightning. I gotta say, okay, so July of 2018 was my seizures. August of 2018 is what I'm about to talk about. And September of 2018 was my activation awakening. Once again, knock it off. Every time I go to speak about something dealing with, oh, I don't know, the truth. Ooh, lucky that. Lightning, lightning. Okay, so August 2018. Polite or try not to um, offend, or to me, it's going to have to be, if I lose people in my life, so be it. If I gain people in my life, so be it. If I end up remaining alone in my life, so be it. If I'm meant to be around others, so be it. Whatever it is, it is. So be it. And that's the attitude I'm taking, because even as I prayed in my prayer this morning while I was taking my nature walk, I said, God, I love exactly how me, because I love myself and I'm cool with me. So, like, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. But hopefully, what I've been through, what I've learned, and what I know can help another and benefit them in some way, shape, or form, that I feel that I'm serving some kind of purpose to impact humanity and this planet in a positive, beneficial way. So there it is. Um, yeah, that was a pretty scary experience. And then I wanted to know so bad what happened to me in that 3 hour window of time that I lost. Like, I was searching, seeking, asking, praying, begging, like dream and memory regression, and just trying to, and I did, and it was pretty cool. So I'm thankful for that. Uh, I have a feeling it was, myself, however, in a higher form, coming to my aid, perform the psychic surgery above my body and different things, healing modalities that I know now since I've learned some of them. But prior to 2018, I had no clue existed realistically, such as psychic. Road is, you hardly, rarely ever see a car. So when you do, it's like, who's that? Oh, the neighbor across the street. All right, guys. Well, it's 7:44, which is awesome. Seven's my numerology number, and I'm 44. Huh, pretty cool. And yeah, we got a storm here. So element benders, element workers, light warriors, metaphysical magicians, so needed right now. Just like Lisa from Blue Flame Integration, she said to, against these manipulators of things like elements, like weather manipulation, which we have HARP and DARPA are two prime examples of that, causing droughts, causing storms, causing cyclonic whether causing destruction. So, and it's manipulating the natural balance and order of Earth and every sphere, the magnetosphere, the ionosphere, the time in my spiritual dance to move energy around, like figure you're moving your body and you're moving energy, and then in my mind's eye, in that meditative state, is where the metaphysical action takes place, and grouped together that can be a beautiful duet, very harmonious if it is directed properly. Because I respect all life, and I mean that. And I am someone who loves unconditionally. So there's that too. So, all right. So I'm headed in. I'm going to turn this way in case the sky lights up so you can see it. It's great. Very balancing and cleansing and on. But I won't. I'll spare you. Okay, so I love you very much, and thank you. So yeah, Jen's getting a little bit better. Working on the quitting smoking thing, vape, um, exercising daily, mixing cardio with balance, and balance with breath work and all kinds of stuff. Back to a plant-based diet. Keeping my mental and health in check at all times, literally. So, thank you for the prayers and the energy. I definitely feel and know when love is being thrown my way and positive vibes. I don't always know from whom or from whence it comes, but I do know when I receive it. So, thank